welcome to the opening episode of the Hometown series, Boobiebebumpin Fishing Style. We're here. We are in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm here with a very special guest and good friend, Mr. Seth Clarahan.
Special.
Me and this dude go, probably like 4th, 5th grade. Like, we go back.
Yeah.
The OG
days.
days.
I think past high school, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The OG days.
Right. Coach Gilmer.
Yup. So we've been playing basketball together since 6th grade. We played football together all through high school. This dude played one heck of a linebacker. Okay, I played safety behind him. He played a little bit of fullback. Did some blocking for your boy.
Yeah.
We had some good times. I'm really excited. We haven't seen each other, I bet you, in 15 years. Probably close to
At least a decade. At least a decade.
Definitely 10. Yeah. And definitely not got to do anything like this.
2011, 2012, somewhere around there. I don't know.
Yeah. Before the Marine Corps.
It's before Marine Corps.
So it had to be, 2011, 2010.
Yeah, somewhere in there, yeah.
Time flies, kids. Time flies, especially when you're having fun. But look, so our mutual love of fishing has brought us together. We got a special episode.
I'm just happy to spend time with you.
For sure.
I gotta go fishing.
Right? So we're gonna do catfishing, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna let Seth explain a little bit about the technique that we're gonna do. He claims we could catch some big fish today. So
we can. Cliff notes are it's not your typical just bank fishing at mom and pop's farm pond. I got into this about 6 years or so ago. When I missed.
By the way, he has a YouTube channel where he does all this on his channel. He waterfowl hunts.
Or as a hobby, but
you got salmon fishing videos up on your channel. His channel, look. I do
a lot of traveling.
His channel's dope. Lots of travel videos, lots of different species. Go check it. It's Bevis.
Oh gosh,
035?
Bevis _adventures.
I'm gonna link it. We're gonna put it. We're gonna put it on the screen right here, and I'll link it in the description here. Go check my boy out. Go give him a sub. Give me a sub if you're not already, because that's how we thrive in this business. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. Nope. So we're gonna be targeting blue catfish today on the Mississippi River, maybe a little on the Missouri, but most likely only on the Mississippi River. We'll be just downriver of the Alton Dam. This is Lock 26. Yeah, Lock 26 on the Mississippi River. It's the last lock and dam before the Gulf of Mexico. So once you get downtown, it's all the way down to the Gulf. But
don't float away.
Yeah, but we'll be doing what's called starting the day off bumping or walking baits down the river, which is a technique in itself. I'll have to explain as we're going.
Gonna have to teach me that one.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice, but I got confident. You're an athlete, so I'll figure it out.
What hyphenation?
That are all
exclamation.
That are all bully you until you get it right. But,
so we're gonna go get live bait, right?
Yep, we're gonna use a cast net to catch some shad. Hope if there's skipjack around, we'll cast for them. I'll kind of explain what those are and what it is when we do it. But shad, pretty self-explanatory. Fresh cut bait's the name of the game, not stink bait. Fresh cut bait is the name of the game.
Yep.
We're about 2 weeks left into the pre-spawn, which is like probably the best time to do this.
Yeah. We're gonna hook a chunky monkey.
What?
We're gonna hook a chunky monkey.
Yeah, last week I caught 4 fish, and I think the total weight was like around 110. So
stop it.
So yeah, so do that math. But yeah. So
we're fishermen, not mathematicians. Anyways, without further ado, let's get this puppy in the water.
Yeah, we're not gonna catch him sitting here.
And let's go do some things. Come on with it.
What you do is like just imagine that. Let's say that hump was a little bigger than what it is. Like there's a fish right there.
Yeah.
But you'd be bumping your bait, and that fish would be right below that bump, and you're just gonna drop your bait right down the backside in front of its face.
Okay.
And you get a reaction bite or whatever. Yeah. But there's a fish. Like it's kind of hard to see. Those are smaller fish.
Yeah.
That's like a log or whatever. But most time catfish will be buried in the mud. Like that might be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's that?
That's probably, if you look at, hold on a sec. That's probably that's either that. I think it's. I have an itch. No. So see that small little dot on top of it? I need to adjust the setting a little bit. That's probably a fish right there.
Okay.
And that's that log. So that's a fish probably on top of it.
Can you mark like over here and then have it marked to over there?
Yeah, they're talking there. So if I mark this.
Yeah.
If I mark that and I go to my maps. That's that waypoint. Like
Okay.
it's on both of them.
Yeah.
I don't have my SD card to do a screenshot of it, but where was I? Yeah. But yeah, that's like looks like a fish that's suspended. That could be a striper right there. That's
Okay.
higher up in the water column.
Yeah.
Normally catfish will be like on the bottom, but this time of year when they're actively feeding, you'll see them slightly off the bottom. To where today, when we get around the bend, this isn't a great area.
Yeah.
Besides, under the barges are pretty good, but once we get up closer to the dam, you'll start to see them a lot more of them periodically. Like, as we're drifting, I'll point them you won't be watching, so you'll be just paying attention to what you're doing, but I'll be like, oh, that was a fish, we just went over one, you just went over one, so.
All right, we're at bait spot number 1. Seth is about to teach me how to throw a cast net. Don't need y'all laughing at me. I've never, ever even touched a cast net. So we're about to cast net here, get some live bait, because like you said, it's the name of the game. It's just what you got to do. And I'm guessing I'm not throwing pancakes right away.
No.
That's what I'm guessing. How big is this cast net?
This one's an 8-footer.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's an 8-footer. I'm not an expert in everything. I know about throwing cast nets. I stole off YouTube, so this is original. But this is an art in itself. The way I throw it, I know you could do it with a 4-foot up to probably a 10-foot.
Yeah.
But if you're starting off, I'd start with a 6-footer.
Yeah.
4-foot's just, unless you're like on the ocean and like you see bait right there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Let's pull the bucket down here. But yeah, this is an 8-footer. So we're gonna try to catch. There should be some decent sized gizzard shad in here.
Okay.
But on the river, we're gonna try to get gizzard shad that are upwards of that big.
Oh dang!
Don't be surprised if we pull out a gar or some small catfish doing this.
Yeah.
There's everything's in here.
Right.
But move this bucket out of the way. But this is. I want this net to drop kind of fast because these shad are big and strong.
Yeah.
They're not little thread fins.
Right.
So this is 1 pound per foot.
Okay.
And it's 1-inch mesh.
Okay.
So the little ones will get out.
Right.
We're only keeping the big ones today.
That makes sense.
But we get this kind of untangled and set. I'll show you how I load it. It's pretty. I've done a couple different ways. I've done over the shoulder. This way I do it. I found it's the fastest.
Yeah.
Reload and get multiple throws out at a time until you kind of get it down.
Yeah.
It's basically cut it in half 3 times.
Okay.
I'll cut that out. So drop start from the beginning. So you just do a basic loop overhand all the way until you get to the horn of the net.
Yeah.
Should be something like right here. So get it all straightened out. Make sure all your lines and inside are straight.
Yeah.
So this is an 8-footer. I take a foot off or so.
Okay.
Come down.
Yep.
So cut it in half 3 times. So we're going to cut it in half 1 time here. We're going to cut the net in half here. So typically I'll go about halfway down, cut the net in half, and then I'll roll it over. So I cut it half second. I've cut it in half 3 times.
Okay.
Once up top. Grab it halfway down, and I split it in half.
Yep.
Take one piece of net up over the thumb, open it up, grab the bottom of it, open it up, and then you just rotate and throw, which is kind of a technique itself.
The old discus throw? Let me get up out the way.
Throw. When you're looking for shad, this time of year, you can, as the day goes on, you'll start to see them start to pop the top of the water.
Right, right.
But what I'll do, they're going to be kind of like right here, so I'll kind of get the boat going in that direction.
Okay.
With it. And then when I'm about 10 feet from where I'm at, I'll kill the trolling motor, just so that it doesn't disturb them.
Yep.
And then I try to avoid banging this on the bottom.
For sure.
Where I want to go. And then, see?
Something just busted over there. Yeah, that's professionally done. That's professionally done.
There's probably another carp in this. I can feel it. felt it.
Just know right away.
Yeah, if we keep doing this, I'm going to go into the creek. Oh, no, we got Chad.
Okay.
Boom, that's exactly what I want right there.
Love it.
That's what we're after right there.
Just straight up there? What do you
Yeah, no, let me straighten this net out.
Okay.
Line straighten yourself out, so come out.
Okay.
Yep, and then, hope we got one more in here. One more yet. Those are big restrictions or Chad.
That's what we're looking for?
Yep, that's what we want. That's good.
Hey, dog. I'm just trying to get you in there.
Yeah, just keep here. I thought I'll start.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Oh! Oh! Man, these jokers are slimy.
Yeah, there's 2 towels right there on those rod holders.
Word. Word. All right. Now, do you just cut them in half?
Yeah, I'll show you how to do it. Yeah. Fish are biting pretty aggressive. Should be biting pretty aggressive now, so I'll go pretty large with them today.
Okay. What half do you...
I'll start with the head, and then I'll just do body chunks.
All right. Yep.
It's not so much size and half. It's you got to think about aerodynamics when it's at the bottom.
That's fair.
You don't want it to be doing a big circle at the bottom. You want it to kind of just be floating in the water column.
Yeah.
Which you can still go big and do that. But yeah, you want it to kind of behave. You want to make it as easy as possible for this. You know?
Right.
You don't want to make them work for it any more than they have.
Right. Right.
Which there's days they'll work for it. They'll work for it. I would expect on a day like today, but when the bite's tough, you want to make it as easy as possible for it.
Yeah.
Do a couple of those. I'll fill this cooler up so we don't have to do this again today. Get out there. Bang, bang, boom. Work it out. Work it out. So that's your average size bait right there.
Okay.
Looks like the base. Keep everything about 1.5 inches to 1 inch wide. So just on the fill. Back. Watch yourself there. If you're gonna fall in, this is the place to do it. Oh, here you go. If you're gonna fall in, this is the place to do it. There's no current here. You might be able to stand. Let's see if I can get one more section of this. I think they're still slimy. We don't need that. Let's start off small. There. How's that in my pocket? Alright, so I got 3 pieces of bait off that one fish.
You just want spine?
Yeah, we'll go through the spine. Well, the head, I'll show you. There's a couple different ways to do it. I'll show you when I hook it up. I'll take my circle up and come up through the bottom, out through the head. 1 second, let me grab some trauma shears here, but I'll cut off the fins. And then you want your hook to be as exposed as possible. A lot of this is very similar to going deep sea fishing. Right. Same stuff. Yeah. That's a medium-sized bait. Not small, not big. Yeah. One other thing is, like, you see the scales on that tip there? Yep. That'll keep you from hooking up right there. Okay. So you gotta take those off. Yeah. Keep all the scales off. You need to get those trauma shears again and trim that up. It's the little things.
Right.
So, all right. But anyways, yeah, that's how I do it. And then you got a huge hook exposed with a big chunk of meat that's just gonna be floating down the bottom. Yep. Typically, I'll sit here when we get started out there, I'll kind of show you, but I'll sit right here and just relax. And then you're going to feel it. You'll feel the bottom. You always want to feel the bottom. If you can't feel the bottom, you let out line. Like I have the bail open pretty much the whole time. I'll drop it down first and kind of show you, but I'll sit here and it's kind of a comfortable spot because after 30 minutes to an hour, it doesn't get exhausting, but it's just like, I mean, you're going to have 6 to 8 ounces of lead at the end of it, bumping on the bottom. So, yeah, well, stop talking about it. Go do it. He's a little less weight for you right off the bat. Yeah, there should be, this stretch of river, there should be fish pretty much all over the place. Oh, man, I felt naked. All right, I'm happy. There was bait there. I was worried I was gonna have to go work a little harder for it. There's days where I'll spend like the first 2 or 3 hours out here just trying to get some bait. And I got a bunch of bait frozen at home, and come July and in the winter time, I'll use that a lot. But this time of year, it's like you gotta have fresh bait. So you can kind of see, you know what wing dike is? So it's a man-made rock pillar that comes out to the river that keeps erosion down. So what we're gonna try to do is just go right along the edges. There's a bunch of them on this side of the river. There's a couple of them. I mean, basically the whole way down they come out. So we're gonna try to go right past the edges of them. But yeah, we're gonna, once we start floating, we're gonna try to go along the edges of those. Plus there's a bunch of humps at the bottom. You're starting to see them build up. Granted, this is kind of extreme. We're gonna get down here a little ways where it calms down. There's plenty of humps, but hey, there's a bunch of fish. There's 3 fish snagged up right there. And it's not this extreme all the way down. We get down here another 200 yards. It's pretty chill. Now the balls are the little cannonballs are perfect because they really make good contact with the bottom.
Yeah.
You see these little humps on the screen, so you'll be just dropping it
and dipping them right in this.
Yep, and you'll just be walking it down, walking, and boom, drop, and then so bait's a bait catcher, just bigger, same thing.
Yeah.
So you don't have like a break or anything, but this is looser. If you want the drop faster, obviously loosen that.
Yep.
Drag. I get loose enough to where it just pulls out because you want it to set. Yeah, that's a good spot right there. Bring up the tip.
You tighten down drag after you hook up?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it depends. Where I got it, I'll see where it's at. Do I need to horse them out? I'll use my thumb more so off the beginning. Yeah. Because I don't want to rip it out. I really want to make sure it's set. Yeah. But if I need to pull a big boy through the water column, I really got to horse it. But like where it's at right now, it will be good for starting. Okay. If you need more, just use your thumb. Yeah. But here, see if this. We'll give it just a little slight toss. Get it going with current. Yeah. This current's not moving as fast as. There we go. Now so I'll loosen that's not dropping. I'll loosen that up. Now this current's kind of slow. If we go to the outside bin, it'll be faster. So you can see I'm just bouncing and then let line up. Okay. That's actually a pretty good pace. So feel the bottom. Let some line out. Feel the bottom. Keep bumping. And it's going farther out. Yeah. And then I'll let some line out. Boom. See it dropping? Yeah. And it's actually, you can feel pretty good right here. So yeah, there's the drop right there. Big drop right there. And the thing is, you miss those drops, but as soon as you can notify, oh, there's a bump right there. I just got to bite it, put it. But as soon as you notice that there's a drop, the faster you let that line out, the better, because that means it's going down into a hole. Right. And if we're catching up to the bait, say it's getting hung up, like we're catching up to it, either A, that means we need to go lower in weight, or we need to slow the boat down. Okay. But yeah, this is actually doing pretty good. I think you'll be able to get contact. Yeah. Let you just sit down there, get comfortable. You don't really even need to cast it. You can just let it drop. Let's see if that's slime. Or you can tell if you got a bite if there's slime on line on it. Yeah. Okay. All right, so you just drop. Yep, and just you got it. You know, you run all those. As soon as you feel the bottom, and I really don't even set the bail unless I'm reeling up. It's pretty much open the whole time. Okay. once you get comfortable with it, probably got to throw one in with you. Make sure you.
Oh, there's the bottom.
Yep, and now just up, and you're constantly bumping. Like you're.
So I'm here,
Yep.
and now you let go here.
Yep. Just
Okay.
you feel that bottom, then
Yep.
go down. You don't even have to let. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you start to feel it, and then you can go up and down.
Boom. Oh yeah.
Yep.
You can feel that.
Yep. And if you lose the bottom, let line out. And if you let line out and you're still not feeling the bottom, reel up and then reset. Like, I mean, you'll see. I'll get at some point today if we get, especially if we go on that side where the current's a little stronger.
Yeah.
I'll get as far as 200-300 feet behind. And eventually, I'll lose the bottom just because it's so far out there.
Yeah.
So I'll have to reel in and restart the drag. But I know like when we get close to that creek and we're on that side, like I'll reel in because I want to run my bait multiple times through that area, just so I'm really vetting it. But yeah, you can go pretty fast, not fast with it.
Yeah.
If you feel like your baits start to go up a hill,
Yeah.
and it's getting hung up, like it's not advancing.
Yeah.
That's when you do your big lifts to kind of get it up and over.
Okay.
But you can just keep tipping, bumping it, and then letting line out, bumping it, letting line out.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep
about that.
I go about. It's just enough to get it off the bottom to float.
Yeah.
You don't have to go up. I would say go up and down like 8 inches, 6 to 8 inches.
Okay. If I'm at 96, I'm probably.
Yeah, this current. When
Pull
we
it
go
up.
over to that side, so that's the outer side of the river as it gets ready to go to den. There'll be more current towards that side.
Okay.
Naturally because of it. I mean, this current has since last week. I mean, this current's it's like half of what it was last week.
Yeah.
And it was taking my self at. A little thump right there.
Little thud. Get the heart pumping.
Try to take us down this right side first, though. If you reel in, restart. I can always, if you don't think it's moving that much, I'll put a lighter weight on there.
Okay.
Or if you. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Constantly feeling that bottom, because if you're not feeling it, reel it in and restart.
Okay. Huh.
Let me reel it. I'm gonna put a lighter weight on there.
Okay.
4 ounce. I'm gonna put 2 ounce on there. Probably have to go back to a 4 once we get into some faster current. Now the lighter you go, you gotta really feel that bottom. It's just an over a girth itch.
Okay.
Yeah, it just goes over itself. So you just pull it out like such.
Cool.
And just feed it in over itself.
Yeah.
Yep, right over itself.
Okay.
Yeah, so the lighter you go, the more harder it is to feel that
Feel the
bottom.
bottom, yeah.
So you really gotta feel it. If you don't feel it, just reel in and reset.
Okay.
You can catch fish right below the back of the boat.
Right.
We're coming to them, so.
Okay.
Nope, 1 second. Twist your rod, you're over an eye. There you go, there's the tip.
Right. There we are. Oh yeah.
And you can always loosen up your release over here if you want the line to go a little faster.
Yeah.
Gas current is nowhere near what it was last week. Which is fine, it's just hard to find that weight where you still want it to move. Seen a couple tiny fish on the screen, but
Nothing big.
jumping out.
Yeah.
Quite yet. Said last, you'll find them. Inside bins, you gotta work them inside bins, outside bins. Are they in the sand? Are they in the wing dikes? Are they behind trees?
Yeah.
Like last week, they were right outside that creek mouth. They were
Yeah.
right there, and to me, well, it makes sense because that's where bait fish are at.
Yeah.
As calm as it is, there's another way we do this. Especially if I bring a kid out or someone who this gets tiring after a while.
Yeah.
We'll do dead sticking where it's take a Kentucky rig and put weight, and you'll just keep the weight. You'll go straight down next to the boat, and you'll just keep the bait like a foot off the bottom.
Yeah.
And you'll watch the screen as you start to see it come up. You'll reel up.
Yep.
Because you'll get hung up, and as soon as you see it start to drop, you just drop your bait instantly. Just get on that backside. I've had two like tugs, but there's a little fish right there. See a hump right there?
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh yeah.
I was paying attention to the monitor. I missed that drop. You can pick out in the background, like I know exactly where you're at.
Yep.
They're like Chippewa Flow is a pretty well-known area up there, and like one day I met his cameraman and we were kind of talking. He's like, yeah, after that year, he's like, there's nothing you can do about it because we're just making film, and it's like,
right,
we're catching fish, but he's,
I'm on.
right,
Yep.
Reel down, reel down, reel down. There you go. Cool. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what a fish feels like, baby.
There you go. Enjoy it. Keep that line tight.
It's not big, but hey, that's what a fish feels like.
It's a fish.
That's right, a fish is a fish.
I'm gonna come around you, bud. Take your time, enjoy it. Just keep that line tight.
Yep.
Don't be surprised if it starts to make a run upriver.
You want me on the deck?
Nope. You just stay right there once you get set up. Oh, you already got up?
Oh yeah, we're here. Probably 10.
Whatever, I get the net out. Oh, that's an eater, bud. That's dinner.
Yeah?
That's dinner.
Let's go.
There we go.
Come on.
There we go. So I'm going to it. There we go.
Come on with
All right.
it. All right, skunk off the board.
Off the board.
That's right, we did.
Right on.
That's right. I'm just glad to know that I'm, doing it the right way.
Hey, now you got the feeling of having a rod in your hand and it hitting it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's the fun part. Yeah, man. You got it? Yeah. No offense. Second-rate fish, you can throw it in my chest whenever you're done doing what you're doing. I got some clamps if you want. If you want, you can pick it up however you want, but you got clamps down there at your disposal if you want. Oops. Pliers. Got some pliers right here.
All right, I can lip these or what?
You can lip it, you can grab like a normal catfish, or I got some jaws, mouth clamps right behind you on these rod holders behind you. However you normally, they should not stab you, they should not be sharp, okay?
No sharp ones?
No, they shouldn't be sharp. Once they get about 10, these might be, yeah, these ones are still sharp. Yeah, they're still sharp in here. Yeah, here. Want to put these in there?
Yeah,
There you go, buddy.
All right, first catfish, first one of the day. My first catfish, really, probably ever, honestly. I might have caught one when I was like super young, but not that I can remember. Seth, what do you think that is, like 6-7 pounds?
Yeah, eating size. That's what size that is.
That's an eater. We're gonna keep him, we're gonna throw him on the ice. Seth's gonna take him home and fillet him up. We still got big ones to come.
Yeah, we need that one.
Just y'all wait.
We need the granddad.
It did.
Did?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Wish I'd have done that before. Right there. All right.
Are we gonna have no audio there?
No, I unplugged this from the thing.
Okay.
I can tell it wasn't on. All right.
The bottom, since I feel something like a bump, I just
straight
pull
up.
up real hard
Okay.
and kind of pop it out of it and get it over it, and I'll let line out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so much more fun when you can do this. I prefer it. granite one, it takes less bait. And anchoring and everything's kind of a pain. It works. I do it all the time. But
Yeah.
it's fun when you just got a rod in your hand. It's like boom.
Yeah.
It's more just personal.
It is. That's why I think that's the thing that I like about bass fishing so much. Is it's like, it really truly feels like it's you versus the fish. You know what I mean?
Yep. Ooh. Come here. Oh, that was a tree.
How often do you double up?
I do it more. It happens more so when I'm anchored.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've really only started doing this drift and stuff about a year ago, so
Okay.
like I've been anchoring fishing a lot more.
Yeah.
But I would say I've done it probably about a dozen times. I've done it between 1 and 2 dozen times
Okay.
the past 3 years.
Yeah.
It happens when I mean, typically when you're in the right spot, there's a school of them. I will say, typically when you're catching small ones, not that big ones aren't around the small ones,
That's when you
but
get 'em.
typically when there's a slow bite,
Yeah.
whether you're not catching many small ones, it's because there's some big ones around. Typically the big ones kind of, you know,
Scare the smaller ones off at the area. Yeah. I started the GoPro, which is. I started the GoPro, which is. Says a lot.
And what's ironic, like when I had my good day last week,
Uh-huh.
totally forgot my side imaging, down imaging. We don't have any like it was like straight back. All right, we're gonna go to the left. We're gonna. It was like basics of the basics.
That's
And the
hilarious.
entire time I'm like, gosh, like I got all this money wrapped up in this, and like I don't need half of it.
Uh-huh.
You gotta keep the vibes up.
For sure.
I was having me an old school workout session the other day. Not like lifting, but music wise. Listening to all the classics, you know.
Yeah.
And we got a nerdy accountant upstairs he's dropping it on my music. He's like, "You want to go to a Marilyn Manson concert this week?" No, I'm just working out, but
That's
I'm
hilarious.
having a mental moment. All right. No, I'm good.
No, we're good. That's funny.
Feel that one's like, "Hey, honey, I'm going to a Marilyn Manson concert next Wednesday night or what." If it comes up in the water column, it comes up in the water column. Should be clear snags out here. There she is. It ain't big. How you doing? Live action. Which way is it going? Left side? Go left. You can hand that. I can just pull by the line. You know how we just grab that swivel there and you. Oh no! No!
We'll have that. I mean, it don't count. I saw it, but it don't count. I never touched it.
That's never either.
Fish tacos tonight.
My grandma's gonna be upset.
Oh, no fish tacos for us. Dang it.
This is a good one. Fingers in, put your fork.
Get it, baby.
Fish or a snag? Not a snag.
Oh.
Alright, keep. Oh, no, it's a fish. It's a good fish.
Get that puppy, baby.
Come here. This is going to be a good one. Get this. Get it.
Oh, my goodness.
Alright, I'm going to get this out of the way.
Yeah. Bro, that's wild. Dude. Oh my gosh.
Still fighting?
Yeah, bro.
Alright, we're going to come back to him.
Okay.
I'm going to feel his trolling water.
He's losing a little bit of it.
That's fine.
Now he's coming.
That's fine. We're going to, don't force him up to a water column. We're going to get right on top of him.
Okay.
Definitely take whatever line he'll give you. But we get away. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, dude. Just thrashing.
Blues will they like to do a little alligator roll. Right on, bro. Keep that line tight. And once we get above them,
We're just gonna.
that's when the real fight.
Oh!
What?
Bro! Oh my goodness.
What do we got here? You gotta remember we're in some good current right now. Reel. I'm gonna get to the right here. And hopefully when you come with them right next to the boat, I can just don't force them. Just you got them hooked, so hard part's done.
Oh my goodness,
Use
bro.
that, put it back in your crotch there. Oh, that's just an average guy. Oh, there we go. Got it. There we go,
Yo, that's
bail up, nice and easy.
wild.
Now reel down on it. There we go. Boom. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's more respectable.
That's a good fish.
That's more respectable. See, that's why it felt so heavy. Look at them wrapped up.
Oh, just tangled. Yeah.
Make sure we're not gonna...
They do that to themselves, just thrashing?
Yeah, they roll. They do. It's like an alligator roll, though. Especially once they get up in the water column, they'll start. Yeah, that's why it felt like. It felt twice as big. I was like, this one's good. He's hooked. Right on. Heck yeah, we got your way out. Let you do all that. There you go. Get it out. Heck yeah. All right. Now, you at least felt a fight.
There we go. Okay. Buddy, what did you do to yourself? There we go.
Cool. That's my biggest fish on the Missouri.
Yeah?
I spent a lot of time on the Missouri, so I didn't. He did a good one.
Yeah, he did a number on himself, didn't he?
Let me get this line out of this real quick. Figure this out in a second. If I can recut this, yeah. That. Just pliers and pop that. You can lay on it, man. It's gonna be 20-ish. 20-ish for a different pliers.
Is that
There you go. Yep. Yeah. Boy, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Funny. All right. Here's Mississippi Blue.
You grab him just under right here on the belly?
Yep.
Look at him rolling. Chill, bro.
Not happy.
Yeah.
Right on.
Just here?
Yep, that's fine. He won't be. Once they get this big, they don't get as sharp, and they're like rounded ends. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. There we go.
That's 15, between 15 and 20. Here, I'll let you do this bad boy. All right, I can sleep now.
Will these grippers hold it on its lip, you think?
Try it. Try it. It might just be hard holding it up, but. Yeah. If you want, you just take those, put them on the ground and swap grippers. You ain't going nowhere.
He is past. There we go. There we go.
Heck yeah, boys.
All right, let's clear it. All right, we're clear.
$16, $15, $16. We'll go 16 on the name.
16 on the number.
All right.
Bro, chill, bro.
Being out in that current,
So heavy.
He's not even a big one. That's a teenager.
All right, get a picture, and then I'm gonna get him back.
That was a good one. That was probably seeing that 15, 20-ish down.
No.
Now we were having a good day. Had a good day. They'll keep me up tonight.
That
one
yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
He popped my line. He must have been rubbing against some rocks because that braid just doesn't pop like that.
Nah. All right, guys. That's gonna wrap. Thank you to my man, dude. It was great catching up.
Don't want to be the last time now.
It won't be the last time. Look, if you guys want to see more of me and Seth together, and we've already talked about it today, so I'm just saying, hit that like, hit that subscribe, pop over to his channel. It's going to be linked. Cameraman Christian will pop it up right here, give you the name of it too. Go throw him a sub, support him, and we're going to try to collaborate some more in the future and do some bass fishing videos, maybe meet halfway, give you some Tennessee River stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Jesus loves you guys more. Stay blessed. Stay fishing. I'm out. Till next time.